Welcome to Better Life Library Audiobooks. This is Mastering Your Emotions, Part 1. If your emotions have ever felt like a mystery, if you've ever reacted without meaning to, shut down when you need to speak up, or felt stuck in patterns you can't explain, then this book will help you break through. Because, whether you realize it or not, emotions run your life. They guide your choices, shape your relationships, and define how you show up, shut down, in every single moment. But the good news? Emotional chaos is not your destiny. You can learn to master what's going on inside you. And it all starts right here. This is Part 1, Why Emotions Rule Your Life. Subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the series. Each part builds on the last. Quick note, this audiobook is AI-narrated to help us produce it faster, but the content was fully written in-house just for you. And if something in this chapter hits home, let us know in the comments. Reread everyone.
Prelude: Understanding the Power of Emotions. Welcome to Mastering Your Emotions, a journey into the heart of what makes us human. Emotions are often misunderstood and underestimated, yet they play a crucial role in every aspect of our lives. They are not just fleeting feelings but powerful forces that shape our decisions, influence our relationships, and impact our overall well-being. Think about the last major decision you made. Whether it was choosing a career path, resolving a conflict, or even deciding what to eat for dinner, emotions likely played a significant role in your choice. Our emotions serve as internal compasses, guiding us through the complexities of life. They alert us to potential dangers, draw us toward pleasurable experiences, and signal when something feels off. In essence, emotions are integral to our survival and our ability to thrive. However, emotions can also be overwhelming and, at times, seem uncontrollable. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where your emotions got the better of you? Perhaps you reacted in anger and said something you later regretted, or maybe anxiety kept you from pursuing a valuable opportunity. These instances highlight the importance of understanding and mastering our emotions. This book is designed to help you navigate your emotional landscape more effectively. By delving into the science of emotions, you will gain a deeper understanding of why you feel the way you do. You'll learn about the brain's role in emotional processing, the impact of neurotransmitters and hormones, and the evolutionary purposes behind our emotional responses. But knowledge alone is not enough. Mastering your emotions requires practical skills and strategies that you can apply in your daily life. Throughout this book, you'll discover techniques for building emotional self-awareness, regulating your emotions, and developing resilience. You'll learn how to cultivate empathy and social awareness to enhance your relationships and maintain emotional balance even in the face of life's challenges. Imagine a life where you are in control of your emotions, rather than being controlled by them. Picture yourself responding to stressful situations with calm and clarity, building deeper connections with those around you, and making decisions that align with your true values and goals. This is the life that mastering your emotions can lead to, a life of fulfillment, balance, and success. As you embark on this journey, remember that emotional mastery is not about suppressing your feelings or striving for a constant state of happiness. It is about developing a healthy relationship with your emotions, understanding their messages, and using them to guide your actions in a positive direction. It is a continuous process of learning, growth, and self-discovery. In the chapters that follow, we will explore a range of techniques and insights to help you gain control over your emotional landscape. You will learn to harness the power of your emotions to achieve both personal and professional success. Whether you are seeking to improve your mental health, enhance your relationships, or increase your overall well-being, this book will provide you with the tools you need. So, take a deep breath and prepare to dive into the fascinating world of emotions. Embrace this journey with an open mind and a willingness to grow. By mastering your emotions, you can unlock your true potential and create a more fulfilling and balanced life. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Science of Emotions. Emotions are central to our human experience, influencing how we think, act, and interact with the world around us. To truly understand our emotions, it's essential to explore their biological and psychological foundations. The brain, a complex organ, plays a crucial role in emotional processing, with various chemicals and neural pathways working together to create our emotional experiences. In this chapter, we will explore how specific brain structures contribute to emotional regulation. We'll look at how neurotransmitters and hormones like serotonin, dopamine, and cortisol impact our mood and emotional states. Additionally, we will examine the evolutionary reasons behind our emotional responses, shedding light on how our emotions have developed to help us survive and thrive. By gaining a deeper understanding of the science behind emotions, you'll be better equipped to recognize and manage your own emotional responses. This knowledge sets the stage for the practical strategies we'll discuss in later chapters, beginning with building emotional self-awareness. Emotional brain structures. Exploring the brain's emotional centers, the amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex. To understand how we experience and regulate emotions, we must first explore the brain's intricate structures. Three key regions play significant roles in our emotional responses: the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the prefrontal cortex. Each of these areas has unique functions and contributes to the complex process of emotional regulation. The amygdala, the emotional alarm system. The amygdala, a small, almond-shaped cluster of nuclei located deep within the temporal lobes, is often referred to as the brain's emotional alarm system. It is crucial for processing emotions, particularly those related to survival, such as fear and anger. The amygdala evaluates sensory information and rapidly determines its emotional significance. For example, when you encounter a threatening situation, the amygdala activates the fight or flight response, preparing your body to react quickly to danger. Beyond fear, the amygdala is involved in the formation and retrieval of emotional memories. It helps us remember emotionally charged events more vividly, which can be adaptive by keeping us alert to potential threats. However, overactivity in the amygdala can contribute to anxiety disorders, where the brain perceives danger even in safe situations. The hippocampus, the memory center. The hippocampus, located in the medial temporal lobe, works closely with the amygdala to process emotions. While the amygdala is responsible for the emotional intensity of memories, the hippocampus provides context by encoding and retrieving the factual details of experiences. This collaboration between the amygdala and hippocampus allows us to recall not just how we felt during an event, but also the specific circumstances surrounding it. The hippocampus is essential for forming new memories and connecting them with emotions. It plays a pivotal role in learning by helping us understand how past experiences influence current emotional responses. For instance, if a particular song made you happy during a memorable event, hearing that song again can evoke similar feelings of joy. However, the hippocampus is sensitive to stress. Chronic stress can impair its function, leading to difficulties in forming new memories and exacerbating conditions like depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Maintaining a healthy hippocampus is vital for emotional resilience and overall mental health. The prefrontal cortex, the executive control center. The prefrontal cortex, PFC, located at the front of the brain, is involved in complex cognitive functions such as decision-making, problem-solving, and impulse control. It also plays a critical role in regulating emotions by exerting top-down control over the more primitive emotional responses generated by the amygdala. The PFC helps us assess situations, plan appropriate responses, and inhibit impulsive reactions. When functioning optimally, the PFC allows us to evaluate the consequences of our actions, consider alternative outcomes, and choose behaviors that align with our long-term goals. This executive control is essential for managing emotions in social interactions, professional settings, and personal relationships. Research shows that practices like mindfulness meditation can enhance PFC activity, improving emotional regulation and reducing stress. However, factors such as sleep deprivation, substance abuse, and chronic stress can impair PFC function, leading to poor decision-making and increased emotional reactivity. Interconnected systems, a harmonious balance. The amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex do not operate in isolation. They are part of an interconnected network that continuously communicates and balances emotional and cognitive processes. This dynamic interplay allows us to respond to our environment with flexibility and adaptability. For instance, when faced with a stressful situation, the amygdala might trigger an initial emotional reaction. The PFC then assesses the situation and decides whether the response is appropriate, while the hippocampus recalls past experiences to provide context. This integrated process ensures that our emotional responses are not only swift but also informed and regulated. Understanding the roles of these brain regions in emotional regulation can empower us to develop strategies for improving our emotional health. By nurturing a healthy brain through practices like mindfulness, regular physical activity, and stress management, we can enhance our ability to navigate life's emotional challenges with greater resilience and clarity. The chemical symphony of emotions. The role of neurotransmitters and hormones in emotional regulation. Our emotions are not solely the product of brain structures and neural pathways. They are also profoundly influenced by the delicate balance of chemicals within our brains and bodies. Neurotransmitters and hormones act as chemical messengers, playing a crucial role in regulating our mood and emotional states. Understanding how these chemicals function can provide valuable insights into the biological basis of our emotions. Serotonin, the mood stabilizer. Serotonin is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter. It is primarily found in the brain, intestines, and blood platelets. Serotonin helps regulate mood, appetite, and sleep, and it also plays a role in cognitive functions such as memory and learning. Low levels of serotonin are associated with mood disorders like depression and anxiety. When serotonin levels are balanced, we tend to feel calm, stable, and satisfied. This is why selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, a class of antidepressants, are commonly prescribed to increase serotonin levels in the brain. These medications work by blocking the reabsorption, reuptake of serotonin into neurons, making more serotonin available to improve transmission of messages between neurons. Beyond medication, lifestyle factors such as diet and exercise can also influence serotonin levels. Foods rich in tryptophan, an amino acid precursor to serotonin, can help boost its production. Regular physical activity has been shown to enhance serotonin release and improve mood. Dopamine, the reward chemical. Dopamine is another critical neurotransmitter that significantly impacts our emotions. Known as the reward chemical, dopamine is associated with the brain's pleasure and reward system. It is released during pleasurable situations and stimulates feelings of enjoyment and reinforcement, motivating us to repeat certain behaviors. Dopamine plays a vital role in motivation, focus, and productivity. It is involved in goal-directed behavior, helping us to pursue and achieve objectives that bring us satisfaction. However, an imbalance in dopamine levels can lead to various psychological issues. For instance, too much dopamine is linked to impulsive behavior and addiction, while too little dopamine is associated with lack of motivation and conditions like Parkinson's disease and depression. Activities that can naturally boost dopamine levels include setting and achieving small goals, engaging in physical exercise, and participating in activities that are inherently enjoyable, such as listening to music, creative arts, and social interactions. Cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol is a hormone produced by the adrenal glands in response to stress. It is often referred to as the stress hormone because it is released during the body's fight-or-flight response to a perceived threat. While cortisol is essential for survival, helping to manage stress and regulate metabolism, chronic high levels of cortisol can have detrimental effects on our health and emotional well-being. Prolonged exposure to elevated cortisol levels can lead to various problems, including anxiety, depression, digestive issues, and impaired cognitive performance. It can also disrupt sleep patterns and weaken the immune system, making us more susceptible to illnesses. Effective stress management is crucial for maintaining healthy cortisol levels. Practices such as mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, regular physical activity, and adequate sleep can help lower cortisol levels and mitigate the negative effects of stress. Additionally, building strong social connections and seeking support during stressful times can provide emotional relief and reduce cortisol production. The interplay of neurotransmitters and hormones. The complex interplay between neurotransmitters and hormones creates a dynamic chemical environment that shapes our emotional experiences. These chemicals do not operate in isolation. Rather, they interact with each other and with various brain regions to regulate our mood and behavior. For example, serotonin and dopamine often work in tandem to balance our emotional responses. While dopamine drives motivation and reward-seeking behavior, serotonin helps to stabilize mood and promote feelings of well-being. Similarly, cortisol interacts with neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, influencing how we respond to stress and emotional challenges. Understanding the roles of these chemicals can empower us to take proactive steps towards emotional regulation. By adopting healthy lifestyle habits, managing stress, and seeking appropriate medical support when necessary, we can optimize our brain chemistry and improve our overall emotional health. The evolutionary blueprint of emotions. How emotions evolved to aid survival and thriving. Emotions are deeply rooted in our evolutionary history. They have developed over millions of years to help our ancestors survive and thrive in a complex and often dangerous world. Understanding the evolutionary perspective on emotions allows us to see how these powerful responses have been shaped by natural selection to promote adaptive behaviors and enhance our chances of survival. The origins of fear and survival instincts. One of the most primal emotions, fear, is essential for survival. Early humans faced numerous threats, from predators to environmental hazards. Fear triggered the fight-or-flight response, a rapid and automatic reaction to danger that prepared the body to either confront the threat or escape from it. This response involves a surge of adrenaline, increased heart rate, and heightened alertness, all of which are crucial for immediate action. The amygdala, a key brain structure involved in processing fear, has been instrumental in the survival mechanism. By quickly assessing potential dangers and initiating appropriate responses, the amygdala has helped our ancestors avoid life-threatening situations. This evolutionary advantage ensured that those with a heightened sense of fear and quick reactions were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Joy and social bonding. While fear helps us avoid danger, emotions like joy and happiness play a significant role in social bonding and cooperation. Humans are inherently social creatures, and our survival has often depended on forming strong social connections and working together as a group. Positive emotions reinforce these bonds, encouraging behaviors that promote group cohesion and mutual support. Oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, is a key player in fostering social bonds. It is released during activities such as hugging, touching, and other forms of physical closeness, as well as during childbirth and breastfeeding. Oxytocin promotes feelings of trust and attachment, strengthening relationships and encouraging cooperation. In our evolutionary past, strong social networks would have provided protection, resources, and support, all of which are vital for survival. Anger and defense mechanisms. Anger is another emotion with deep evolutionary roots. It is a response to perceived threats or injustices, motivating individuals to confront and address challenges. In the context of early human societies, anger could mobilize energy and focus for defense against predators, rivals, or social transgressions. The fight-or-flight response is not limited to fear. It also plays a role in anger. When faced with a threat to their safety or social standing, early humans needed to be able to defend themselves and their resources. Anger, therefore, served as a catalyst for protective and corrective actions, ensuring that individuals and their kin could maintain their place within the social hierarchy and secure their survival. Sadness and healing. Sadness and grief may seem less adaptive at first glance, but these emotions also have important evolutionary functions. Sadness often follows loss, whether of a loved one, a social connection, or a critical resource. This emotion can signal to others that an individual needs support and help, fostering empathy and care within a community. Grief allows for the processing of loss and the recalibration of emotional and social bonds. It can lead to deeper social connections as others provide comfort and assistance during difficult times. This communal support enhances the resilience and stability of the group, promoting overall survival. Disgust and avoidance of harm. Disgust is a powerful emotion that protects us from harmful substances and pathogens. Early humans needed to avoid spoiled food, contaminated water, and other sources of disease. Disgust triggers an immediate aversion to things that could cause harm, such as decaying matter or bodily fluids, which are potential sources of infection. This emotion likely evolved as a protective mechanism, steering individuals away from potentially life-threatening contaminants. By adhering to the cues provided by disgust, our ancestors reduced their exposure to harmful pathogens, thereby increasing their chances of survival and reproductive success. The adaptability of emotions. While emotions have clear evolutionary origins, their expression and regulation are highly adaptable. Humans have developed sophisticated ways of managing and utilizing their emotions to navigate the complexities of modern life. Cultural norms, social learning, and individual experiences all shape how we perceive and respond to our emotions. Understanding the evolutionary basis of emotions helps us appreciate their significance and purpose. Emotions are not random or irrational. They are deeply embedded in our biology, serving functions that have been honed over millennia. By recognizing this, we can better manage our emotional responses, aligning them with contemporary challenges and opportunities. Conclusion: the foundation of emotional understanding. As we conclude our exploration of the science of emotions, it's clear that our emotional experiences are deeply rooted in both our biology and our evolutionary history. This chapter has provided a comprehensive overview of how various brain structures, neurotransmitters, hormones, and evolutionary processes shape our emotional lives. By understanding these scientific concepts, we gain valuable insights into why we feel the way we do and how we can better manage our emotions. Key scientific concepts revisited. We began our journey by examining the brain's role in emotional processing. Key brain regions such as the amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex play pivotal roles in regulating our emotions. The amygdala acts as an emotional alarm system, quickly assessing threats and triggering appropriate responses. The hippocampus works in tandem with the amygdala to encode and retrieve emotional memories, providing context to our experiences. The prefrontal cortex, with its executive control functions, helps us manage our emotional responses, making thoughtful decisions rather than reacting impulsively. Next, we explored the vital roles of neurotransmitters and hormones in shaping our mood and emotional states. Serotonin, the mood stabilizer, helps regulate feelings of well-being and balance. Dopamine, the reward chemical, drives motivation and pleasure, reinforcing behaviors that lead to satisfaction and achievement. Cortisol, the stress hormone, prepares us to face challenges but requires careful management to avoid the detrimental effects of chronic stress. Finally, we looked at the evolutionary perspective on emotions, understanding how these powerful responses have evolved to aid our survival and thriving. Fear, joy, anger, sadness, and disgust each have distinct evolutionary functions that have helped our ancestors navigate a dangerous and complex world. These emotions guided behaviors essential for survival, such as avoiding threats, forming social bonds, defending against rivals, processing loss, and avoiding harmful substances. Applying this knowledge. With a solid foundation in the science of emotions, we are now better equipped to navigate our own emotional landscapes. This knowledge is not just academic, it has practical applications that can enhance our daily lives. By recognizing the biological and evolutionary underpinnings of our emotions, we can develop strategies to manage them more effectively. For instance, understanding the role of the prefrontal cortex in emotional regulation highlights the importance of practices that enhance its function, such as mindfulness meditation and regular physical exercise. Knowing how serotonin and dopamine influence our mood can guide us in making lifestyle choices that promote emotional well-being, such as maintaining a healthy diet, engaging in enjoyable activities, and setting achievable goals. Moreover, appreciating the evolutionary roots of our emotions can foster greater self-compassion and empathy. Recognizing that our emotional responses have developed over millennia to protect and guide us can help us view them with acceptance rather than judgment. This perspective encourages us to listen to our emotions, understand their messages, and respond in ways that align with our values and goals. Looking ahead, building emotional self-awareness. As we move forward to the next chapter, we will build on this scientific foundation to explore the concept of emotional self-awareness. Understanding the biological and evolutionary basis of our emotions is a crucial first step, but applying this knowledge to our daily lives requires a deeper awareness of our own emotional experiences. Emotional self-awareness involves recognizing and understanding our emotions as they arise, identifying their triggers, and reflecting on how they influence our thoughts and behaviors. It is a key component of emotional intelligence and a critical skill for personal growth and emotional regulation. In the upcoming chapter, we will delve into practical strategies for developing emotional self-awareness. We will explore techniques for identifying and labeling emotions, understanding emotional triggers, and engaging in self-reflection. By cultivating emotional self-awareness, we can gain greater control over our emotional responses, enhance our relationships, and achieve a more balanced and fulfilling life. The journey of emotional mastery. Mastering your emotions is a journey that begins with understanding. This chapter has laid the groundwork by providing insights into the science of emotions, illuminating the intricate interplay of brain structures, chemicals, and evolutionary processes. As we continue this journey, we will build on this foundation, developing the skills and strategies needed to navigate our emotional landscapes with confidence and clarity. Remember, the goal of mastering your emotions is not to eliminate them, but to understand and harness their power. Emotions are an integral part of what makes us human, guiding us through life's challenges and opportunities. By embracing this journey of emotional mastery, you are taking a significant step towards a more empowered, resilient, and fulfilling life. Let's continue this exploration together, as we move into the next chapter focused on building emotional self-awareness.
Thank you for listening to part 1 of Mastering Your Emotions here on Better Life Library. If this resonated with you, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss part 2, where we dive deep into emotional self-awareness, the first step to control. See you in the next one.